Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be breaking down Michael Chandler versus Ruffy. So first thing we need to talk about is the advantages and disadvantages. First of all, Michael Chandler is 3 inches shorter. The dude's 5'8". Ruffy's 5'11". Let's see. He's also 11 years older than Ruffy, by the way. Chandler is 11 years older. And Ruffy also has approximately a way longer reach than Chandler by, I believe, 4 inches. Chandler has a 71.5, and I believe Ruffy has a 75 reach. So on the surface, Michael Chandler is a huge underdog compared to Ruffy because of the big factor of his age, but let's talk about it stylistically. Alright, now let's talk about Ruffy. First of all, Ruffy is a phenomenal striker. There's no doubt he can knock you out. He has shown he has KO power, knocked out King Green, but the thing that he lacks the most from his previous fight, besides the one that he TKO, is the fight with BSB. He got submitted, made him look like he made BSB look like a prime Khabib, and he looked like Conor McGregor. But besides that, he has really good striking, very unpredictable. He does a lot of feints. He has good spinning attacks, and he's a good counter. He knows how to pace and knows how to correctly time, but he's obviously really, really poor in takedowns, and he gets really super cautious when he's threatened with takedowns, and yeah, that could be a big problem with his fight with Michael Chandler. But anywho, now let's talk about Michael Chandler. He's the complete opposite. The dude's explosive. He fights with chaos. He fights with a bunch of aggression. There's a lot. He fucking wrestles. Fucking Ruffy sucks against wrestling. We've seen that with his past fight with BSB, and Michael Chandler is a freaking wrestler. Come on, and he's not a shitty wrestler, and we all know that. And Chandler's also explosive, freaking athletic. What makes him dangerous is freaking his slams. You know, when he slam freaking Justin Gaethje on his shoulder and freaking pistol squatted freaking Dustin, and his freaking constant pressure. The dude's not going to leave you alone. And yeah, come on, guys. He does have the ability to also TKO or knock someone out. Just take Tony Ferguson as an example, or Dan Hooker. Anywho, freaking Michael Chandler, dude, he's old. I mean, he obviously loads up freaking majority of his freaking hooks when he fought Charles. Anyone can see it from a mile away, but he can still land them. I tell you that. He can still land them. Plus, another thing is that whenever he does, he kind of leaves an opening, and that could be a big problem for him. And unfortunately, Chandler does gas out time to time. But anywho, let's talk about how the fight will go down. So there's a few ways the fight could end. For example, Michael Chandler could go in, rushing in the first period, explosive, a lot of aggression, a lot of pressure, and Ruffy just keeps his range and picks him apart, counters him, and get a possible TKO if anything. But there's a very good chance if Chandler could wrestle early, if he can force clinches, keep wrestling, drain Ruffy, because obviously he doesn't really do good with takedowns, and maybe Michael Chandler could absolutely win with a decision or a ground and pound finish. Not much where you can say either or, but a lot of people's gonna lean towards Ruffy because he's younger, like a 60-40 ratio. But I'm not doubting Michael Chandler. He has a really, really strong chance of beating him, and I think a lot of people forget, man. But yeah, if you ask me honestly who I think is gonna win, for my personal opinion, I think Michael Chandler wins. I'm a big fan of Michael Chandler, and I personally try not being biased about it. But everyone knows I'm a big fan of the guy. But anywho, I would probably say Michael Chandler gets it done by a decision or ground and pound finish, or if anything, I'm just saying Michael Chandler actually lands a good amount of shots. When he fought Patty happened to have a good strong chin. Justin tested it, and Patty's a good fighter. Michael Chandler is a good fighter as well. I mean, I believe Michael Chandler just got caught in the Paddy fight. But anywho, everybody gets caught. Back to Ruffy versus Michael. Everyone's doubting Michael. You know, they said Ruffy's a huge favorite. But I'm just saying, Michael Chandler's going to pull off, a big upset and get the unanimous decision and beat Ruffy, and then he's gonna call out he's gonna call out Conor McGregor. My bad. He's gonna call out the winner for Max Holloway and Conor McGregor, and see where he goes from there.